Start of the second period. We're back out here to the Von Braun Center in Huntsville, Alabama. Falcons carry a 2-0 lead into the second period. Ryan Vallon here with you as the Falcons have a power play with 1:16 remaining on this, and they have a fresh sheet of ice to work with. Quick goal scoring recap for you. 9:49 into the first. It's Connor Ford scoring his 7th goal of the year on a tip-in from the shot from the point by Chris Polkamp. And Lucas Craggs picks up the other assist. 2-0 Falcons, 15:35 into the first. Brett DeAndrea, a similar play on a tip-in, sitting right there in the slot. Cameron Wright and Stephen Bayless pick up the assists to DeAndrea's 8th goal of the year. That came in at 15:35. And the Falcons have a 2-0 lead into this second period. They will start out on the power play. Mitch McLean with Stephen Bayless. Max Johnson back out there on the ice. He took a hard hit in the final couple of minutes of the first period, but he got evaluated, and as expected, he's going to play through this. Alec Rawhauser and Brandon Cruz round out your quintet of power play forwards and one defenseman out there. Meanwhile, it's Ryan Bednard and Jordan Yahelski at the other ends for goaltending. John Teets, Kurt Gosselin, Levi Wonder, and Hans Garowski on the penalty kill unit. As we're still awaiting here on a delay, the referees are finding the puck. They got to make sure that the ice is all cleared up, make sure that they get the time right. But 2-0 Falcons on top. Falcons seem like they have not scored in the first period for a boatload of games. And indeed, they had it since January 27th, so it's almost been a full month. The two games against Tech, Anchorage, Huntsville, just seems like they could not find a way to score in the first period. Face-off is a win for the Falcons. Moved out by Alec Rawhauser as the Falcons will be skating from left to right across your radios for the second period. Max Johnson will toss it into the offensive zone. Far side, it's taken on the point by Alec Rawhauser. Controls on his backhand. With under a minute now on the power play, the Falcons want to get the quick re-entry, but Johnson and McLean were still deep into the offensive zone, and thus it would have been delayed offside. Ryan Bednard will control behind his own net. Gives it for Alec Rawhauser. Huntsville wants to change. They want to get Madison Dunn out there with Salerno. Gosselin is taken there. Now it's Mitch McLean on the left wing circle. McLean tries a shot off the apron of the goal. Taken by Brandon Cruz on the right wing circle. He'll stick handle. Cruz to McLean. McLean on the near side. Gives it over to Stephen Bayless. Has to control. Alec Rawhauser fakes the one-timer. Gives it to Brandon Cruz on the top of the right wing circle. Shot, score! Mitch McLean down low on the power play. And the Falcons now have 3 goals tonight. It's 3-0 Orange and Brown. 55 seconds into the second period, and Bowling Green is able to strike here on the man advantage. And they go 1 for 1 on the power play, and Mitch McLean now has 16 goals on the year. And the Falcons go by a trio. It's 3-0. Face off back at neutral ice. They're going to have to redo it here. Max McHugh and Connor Ford will go at it right at dead center ice. Connor Ford's line with Johnny Schilling and Lucas Craggs. Justin Wells, Connor McDonald, your defense pair. Meanwhile, it's Max McHugh's line with Tyler Polson, Brennan Saldier, Richard Burry, and Cody Champagne, the defense pairs for Alabama-Huntsville. Taken by Burry. He'll have to poke check it out to center. Quick re-entry by Lucas Craggs on a wrist shot on a beaming wrister. And that was kept in another. Tipped in front. Lucas Craggs was there on the bouncing puck. Moved wide of the goal. To the point, it's Connor McDonald not able to hold it in. Now here comes Brennan Saulnier charging after it. And Ryan Bednard is the first man to the puck as he collects it in the near side corner. Taken by Polson, and he was tripped down. No call. A stick is broken. Not sure who it belongs to, but the Falcons are in the midst of a change. Burry on a shot that was tipped and floats wide. Brandon Parker trying to seal it in on the far wall. Saulnier will take it for Alabama-Huntsville. Goes to Richard Burry, and that's offside at the line, as Huntsville was about a step inside their offensive zone, but it's 3-0 Mitch McLean, as he's been on a roll here for the Orange and Brown and the road team. McLean scores in back-to-back games. And he's able to pick up number 16 of the year. Scored 17 goals last year. If he gets one more tonight, he will match his goal-scoring output from last season. Banked off the boards, Max Johnson on the left wing circle. Edged off by Christian Rogic. Falcons want to control here. 2 minutes elapsed time here in the second period, and the Falcons open it up to a 3-0 lead. Johnson gives it on for Jacob Reichert. Tried to turn one on the right wing circle, was not able to fish that one out. Madison Dunn banks it off the boards, and it's taken out in the neutral zone. Dunn gets the return feed, and will have to dump it in. Dunn goes at it against Jacob Dalton, and the puck bounces right to Dalton's stick, and he's thrown down and behind the net. The Falcons once again will control. 17 and a half minutes to play here in the second period. 3-0 Falcons. McLean, 16th of the year. Brandon Cruz and Alex Rawhauser, and here's a shot coming and a save made. Rebound, Bayless on the one-timer and a glove save from Jordan Yahelski. Jacob Reichert was involved offensively with the Falcons trying to open it up to a 4-0 lead, but we're not able to do so. Face-off will be to the right of Uhelski. DeAndrea's line out there for the orange and brown. DeAndrea with Bayless and Cameron Wright. To the right of Uhelski. Face-off is a stalemate. One by the Chargers. They try to bank it out to center. DeAndrea will keep it off the backhanded, but ultimately comes right back out in the neutral zone. Hans Gorowski chasing after one for the Chargers. Falcons come away with the puck from left to right. Stephen Bayless as he weaves through center. On his backhand will play it in deep. John Tietz is there. Lost control of the puck. Cameron Wright was behind the net. Kept in by Rawhauser at the left point. And I guess they're going to call it offside apparently. Once again, referees' whistles for the linesmen have kind of delayed here with offside. That's the second one that we've seen this game. We saw one back in the first period with the Chargers. They were offside, and it took them a couple of seconds to blow the whistle. Salerno on the draw here opposite Mitch McLean, and the Falcons wired in to the near side corner. Connor McDonald controls on the near point. Has some options and a wrist shot that was blocked down, and it bounces in behind the net. Tyler Spies is there working against Levi Wonder. Wonder's not going to get called off for a penalty, and the Falcons once again will rip it into the offensive zone. But they'll have to tag up as Tyler Spies is able to do so. Richard Burry from right to left. Goes on the right wing on his backhand, will chip it in near side. Connor McDonald is there. 16 and a half minutes to play here in the second period. 3-0 Falcons. 55 seconds into this second period. It was Mitch McLean, his 16th goal of the year, going 5-0 on Jordan Yahelski. Icing is waved off here for the Falcons. Brandon Cruz will tap it in deeper. Taken by Cody Champagne, riding around the goal. Now it's going to be Max McHugh. Gives it to Andrew Dotson on the right wing. And it's going to be taken by McHugh again on the right wing circle. McHugh to Dotson. Looking for a feed. Stolen by the defense of Jacob Dalton. He comes away to center. Could be a possible 3-on-2. Dalton, a wrist shot. Patsy rebound was there. Another chance. What a save by Uhelski! Diving from left to right, denying Mitch McLean. Meanwhile, back the other way, it's Brandon Parker. He's on the left wing. Parker trying to feed one towards the front. He'll get the return feed in the near side corner. And now it's going to be Johnny Schilling. He's waiting on the near side. Schilling comes away. Down to the right wing circle on a wrist shot. Blocker save, rebound. Another save by Uhelski. My goodness, that's 2 in a row. And it comes right back all the way down. Jordan Uhelski has come up big time for the Alabama-Huntsville Chargers, and the Falcons could have been up 5-0, but instead it's 3.
It's time to get caught up on what's happening on the ice with the Ohio State Buckeyes, the Bowling Green State Falcons, and the Miami Redhawks. Here is this week's edition of Ohio College Hockey Today. Let's get it started right here in Columbus with Dylan Tyre and the Buckeyes.
Now we'll send it over to the Bowling Green Falcons and Ryan Vallon.
Thank you, Dylan. This is Ryan Vallon, play-by-play voice of the Bowling Green Falcons, and here's what's happening around BGSU hockey. The Falcons exit the Thanksgiving break with an overall record of 6-5-4. They traveled up to Mankato, Minnesota, where they saw then number 5 Minnesota State in the middle of November. BG earned the split after dropping the first game 6-1 and was resilient the second night in a 4-1 victory. Sophomore defenseman Alec Rawhauser was named WCHA Defensive Player of the Week, thanks in large part first game-winning goal in the second period.
And then Rawhauser looking for it, doesn't take the wrist shot, finally doesn't score! Rawhauser wrister! 2-1 Falcons on the power play!
Last weekend, the Falcons hosted the Miami Redhawks and once again earned the split. The Hawks outscored Bowling Green 6-3 in the first game, but Alec Rawhauser did it again on Saturday, tying the game at 2 in the final minute.
DeAndrea now for Rawhauser. Rawhauser shoots and scores! The Big House ties the game at 2 with 37.8 left in the third!
Resiliency has been the theme for Bowling Green this season, and head coach Chris Bergeron likes the way his team can respond, but wants his team to have that effort every night.
Ultimately, Ryan, we're starting to talk to our players about the attitude and how we approach every day, because it's not going to be long until we're going to count down the number of games we have left. The attitude we have on Saturday nights responding to a bad Friday night has been pretty good. Where's that on Fridays? And we want to find that a little bit more. And the only way I know what that means is it's got to be every day. The 45, 50 minutes we're out there for practice, make sure we're in the moment. So then come Friday, you're in the moment. And let's be in the moment and take advantage of these games. Not that means we're going to win, but we can't not give ourselves a chance.
This weekend, the Falcons continue games 4 and 5 of a 7-game homestand that will take them into winter break. Next up for the Orange and Brown, the Bemidji State Beavers, who won the McNaughton Cup last year as regular season champs. Then it'll be the Alabama-Huntsville Chargers the following week before the students head home for the holidays. Well, that's your look around Bowling Green Falcon hockey. I'm Ryan Vallon, and now we'll throw it over to Greg Waddell for the Miami Redhawks.